celebrate all facets of Black history.
Where justice is denied.
Say what? Say what? Clyla is coming up on the stage.
Now I'm on the scene. Recognize when you see a queen. Blow on the beat like mother drink kerosene. On the money green, favorite color tangerine. Got out with the jokes and I hopped on the TV screen. Ha ha! I'm living life to the fullest. Hopping from city to city, being a tourist. Paying homage to the ones who came before us. I'm doing this for my brother and all of the bullets he took. Take a page out my handbook. My rhyme's super black, you can call them overcooked. You sure? You wanna play with destiny? She heavenly medically remedies your melody. Patiently elevating your mental recipes. Ebony entity, her voice feel like therapy. I'm good. Often misunderstood, don't want nothing I ain't learned. I ain't like Robin Hood. My future crib placed in Lindor and Rosewood. And a fine little daddy that's good under the hood. What's good? So, I got added to the lineup super last minute. So I'm basically just gonna rock this whole set a cappella. Unless the DJ wants to throw something at me, then that's just how we gonna do it.
Let's go.
Okay?
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
He loves more than he fights, but he'll fight for what he loves. A lover, not a fighter. That's how my baby does. Passion is his purpose. On surface, you see his sternness, but if you ignite his furnace, you'll see he's more than earnest to open up his heart for me. It's no anomaly. This is truth. In fact, is that I'm the only one he sees. And it's heaven sent. God did this because ain't no way on earth a man like this isn't a blessing. He loves my independence. That's apparent. It don't scare him because I earned his pants and he knows how to wear them. Don't even get me started on hat. He loves me down because I'm his favorite flavor, man. He takes his girl to town. His mind, his heart, his grind. Don't stop. His goals, his roles, his time. I got ambitious about his business. Work ethic is more than vicious, more than I ever envisioned. His misses in health and sickness, and I cherish all his kisses. But most of all, how he listens. And it ain't about his riches. Ladies, can I get a witness? Okay. His love is like wine. It gets better with time, and he took a chance at this romance, and hey, now we dancing. Now we dancing. Hey, now we dancing. How y'all feeling? Y'all feel good? So, can I do some poetry for y'all?
Yeah. Come on now.
Y'all cool with that? Is this mic? This is the better mic, right? The one in my hand. So I'm gonna just switch.
There you go.
I'm gonna just.
Let's go, girl.
Thank you, PJ.
Got you, bro.
Before I go into this poem, I just want to say, because it's Black History Month and this event is called I Am Black History. Woo! I want to encourage everybody in this room. This week I had a beautiful conversation with my grandmother. I call my grandmother, I try to call her every week. She's getting older, so I just want to make sure that I get that time in with her. And this week, our conversation usually lasts about 5 minutes. It's usually just standard, how's the weather over there? It's good, it's great, okay man, I love you, bye. But this week I decided to ask some questions. And I found out a lot of stuff about my history that I didn't even know. My great-grandfather was born in Honduras. I was like, I'm Afro-Latino, what? She married my grandfather the day after they met each other. I don't know how that story skipped me. But I just want to encourage you guys, if you are Black history and you don't know your family, you don't know the names of the people that came before you, you don't know where they were born, where they come from, I just want to encourage you to pick up a phone and call somebody and figure out who you are. Amen?
Yes, yes.
Amen? I know some of y'all grew up in church. She's a bestseller.
That's right.
But no one has committed to reading the novel in her. They keep coming out with new editions, but you only want to read her once, so you lose her with time. Her story, written in ancient scripts on the hallways of her heart, be foreign language to you. Don't you have time to speak new tongues? Her papyrus pages don't just give you paper cuts. See, this story is seeping splinters into your spine. Have you backbone enough to still stand? Have you courage enough to stay close? Have you man enough to keep reading when her chapters get horrific or emotional or depressing and don't feed your feeble fiction fantasy of female? See, she ain't no easy read. So I you've got your dictionary, your translator, and knees that bend, because some parables you'll only understand through Holy Spirit-filled revelation. You see, the sacrificial blood on her binding might have you covered, Judge. But if you dare to open her, the smell of redemption will be left on your fingertips with the turn of every page, so long as you keep reading, Past the pain of chapter 1, keep reading until the narrative of her has brought you to folded hands and closed eyes, but still you choose to wait for him to John Hancock your copy so you can shout to the world the declaration of her interdependence. You see, sometimes she's bound between chapters. But have you enough of God's graceful imagination to watch the beauty of her story dance off the pages and into eternal freedom? Do you see more than a body of writing? I said, do you see more than her body
Yes, ma'am.
of writing?
Yes, ma'am. Teach.
That's right.
Can you be both active reader and critical thinker?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you highlight the parts of her that need illuminating? Challenge every idiom you don't agree with. Highlight, underline, rethink, revisit the pages you find fascinating.
Come on.
Can you sound out and think through the pieces of her story that you don't naturally understand? Can you love her like a man?
Yes, ma'am.
Like you know her copyright was purchased by nail-pierced hands, like her publisher is Christ, and you know he's going to be making edits, but still you choose to keep reading until Papa says, well done, come home queen, you're finished. Will you finish? Will you read to the end of every new edition? Like being newlywed every day be your mission. She'll give phrase to all your lonely prepositions. Speak wisdom to help you secure your positions. Dead your fears like she's a mortician. We're talking about words, but the favor she brings be a sweet addition.
Come on.
Come on.
Read her and watch how he bless your ambition. Woo!
Yes.
See how she understands. She got that metacognition, so listen. Do you prefer easy reads? Or maybe books that don't have series with simple concepts like stuff you can just ask Siri? Or will you read the novel of her heart hidden deep in her soul and realize she's everything you prayed for and more? And her story might just be the one that shakes you to the core and implores you to make your knees hit the floor and ask Abba for the key to her library door. Read a book.
It couldn't be, I felt it. I know that we came from kings. Martin Luther, Malcolm X, and the King of Kings. We need something more than war for treaties and peace. I suggest practicality for every being. Instead of politics trying to fucking intervene. What it means to be a fucking living being. Man, this ain't no righteousness like a thing. Fuck this shit to the God in me. I know this ain't how it's supposed to be. They killing the thrilling, buried all up and willing. If that's the case, down with my girl, and her to the trust of a broken. Praying this low takes me home. It's for my dreamers, it's for the hustlers. Don't let them touch your just stop, I'm broken. Praying this flow takes me home.
Here we go. Now,
Ding, ding.
now, drop the beat so I picked it up and hopped on. Now watch me build you up by the cup. Cocoa skin bent in. Don't let them fool you. We no longer succumb. From the top, I know we do the we the magic though. Jim Crow can't kill the prophecy. No matter what they do, there ain't never been a stopping you inside of me. Got me bread, cause I'm royalty. You wanna be, but you ain't rocking with my reality. Yo, this for fun and freedom. The ones trying to retreat. Need a leader, send me back to dreaming again. To rock the Coliseum, then after mausoleum, and eat buffets that table set. And from my demons, let's have a passion fruit. My flow is succulent, covered in God is getting round, round with an opulent. That's for the dynasty, IBC destiny. My skin on ebony, the drip is so solid, just over broken.
Praying this flow takes me
See, y'all
home.
sing with me, just over broke. Here we go, hey, here we go,
Every time in the chat, stop, I'm broken. Praying this flow takes me home.
yeah.
Hey. Every time I wake up, another homie dead. I had to make 3 plans in my head to keep my head up screaming. Let my people go. Let my people breathe. Can't you see we drowning from lies and misery? It's like an in love with an invisible enemy.
Zen_River is me. Yo, give it up to all the black people. Make some noise if you black and you love yourself. Real talk.
With justice